Hey guys, so this is my very first YouTube video, and here's a unpopular opinion to start with. I love the Crimes of Grindelwald area, that is Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. So, one of the main reasons why I love this movie is because this was not a standard Harry Potter black and white film. This was very gray. I agreed with a lot of things Grindelwald has to say, and I could relate them to a lot of things, even including where Theseus Commander and Harry Potter Senior, which who's the grandfather of Harry Potter that we know from the Harry Potter series, they both agreed to a portion of what Grindelwald has to say. I feel the only difference being how he was saying it and how they were saying it, and what was the underlying meaning with what Grindelwald had to say. So I think that is the only difference between what he was saying and what the others were saying when it comes to wizards being involved into the Muggle world or the human world. Then, in respect to a lot of complaints that I've heard around a lot of YouTube channels and a lot of forums, because when I came out of the movie, I absolutely loved it. And as a result, I wanted to see why there is a negative reaction towards the movie. So I decided to look for reasons why people did not like the movie. So one of the biggest reasons that I came across was the fact that Jacob had his memory back, and I think that was uh, stated very clearly in the first movie in itself at the very end when Queenie walks into his bakery, and uh, he was clearly remembering things, and it was set up while Newt was getting the serum, and he clearly stated that it only wipes out bad memories. But then again, I do understand why someone might not have liked it, because what it did eventually was uh, it made sure that a moment which could have been a huge payoff was done off screen. So I get that criticism to a point. Uh, Another criticism that people had for the movie was that Credence was still alive, and I think that again was set up very clearly in the first movie. We saw Credence flying off after the orcs had attacked him, and then moving on to the movie, the current movie, that is Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. Grindelwald's performance, that is Johnny Depp's performance, was amazing. I absolutely loved him in the series and the character. And again, I have been hearing a lot that he's a very similar villain to Voldemort, as both are depicted as evil Nazis, and I completely disagree there. Voldemort was an evil Nazi, according to me. He was a fascist, and he did not want to mix with Muggle bloods at all, whereas Grindelwald, on the other hand, is definitely not a Nazi. The time frame of Grindelwald reigns coincides with the actual Nazi or the Third Reich, but Grindelwald is definitely not a Nazi. He's a very much 21st century politician in itself. He's cruel, he's manipulative. At the very end, where he basically courts the orcs into hitting one of his followers to uh, uh, prove his point, to ensure that he is right in front of his followers. That is the only proof that I need to state that Grindelwald is definitely not a Nazi. He's a very much 21st, uh, this world's politician. Again, uh, the symmetry to the 21st century was very clear throughout the movie. Dumbledore and Grindelwald could not go up against each other because something we call as a mutually assured destruction, and that is what the blood pact signifies. And instead, they were both using proxies in the form of Newt and credence against each other. That is what happens in real world at this point of time. Whether it's Afghanistan, whether it's Syria, Lebanese, or Yemen, there has been proxy wars going on right at this very point of time. And Grindelwald and Dumbledore for now is a proxy war. And that is something which I really love because this was not black and white by any means. This was a very gray scenario. I absolutely agree with a lot of points Grindelwald made. His premonition of the future, uh, his knowledge about the atomic bomb coming through, that was spot on. And that was something that I feel made a lot of the movie in itself because knowing the fact that he is capable of magic of that sort and just shows how powerful he is. He is someone who can really predict the future. Again, McGonagall was something I am not sure why they did that. I think it was just pure fan service, and Rowling might come up with a uh, explanation to what happened there. But again, I think that is something that needs to be discussed and needs to be seen with future movies. Uh, Whereas when it comes to Nagini, again, Nagini was a huge concern according to a lot of people. And I felt that this was more like a Spider-Man moment where Nagini is just introduced into the fold, and we will see her arc, her story across the next three movies. And I think it will be a very important and significant arc there. Now, coming on to uh, the reveal at the very end, I think Grindelwald is definitely not lying to Credence. Uh, he is telling the truth, but he's not telling the full truth. And I have a theory in respect to that. If you guys want me to explain my theory as to the very end of the movie, I will most definitely do it. Just ask that in the comment section, and I will make a full video in respect to that. So, for now, I think that should be all. If there's anything else, I will definitely make a second part to this. And this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love this movie. So please let me know what you thought of the movie. Did you like it? If there's anything you want to ask in respect to the movie, I'll be more than willing to help you and answer things as per my opinion in respect to this. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope I'll be making more videos.